everyone, this is the Millionaire Hippies Podcast with your host, Shikha, where we chat about spirituality, business, and health. We all want to live self-actualizing, fulfilling lives with joy, prosperity, and gratitude. Let's go on this beautiful journey together.
Hey everyone, Shikha here. Another episode in my podcast, the Millionaire Hippie Podcast. Again, I'm so grateful that you're choosing to listen to my words of wisdom, whatever they are. So thank you again for this. In today's episode, I wanted to speak to you guys about this fearful trend that I've been noticing in entrepreneurs and digital nomads and people in general. And I really want you guys to stop doing this. And this trend is about complicating things. Please stop complicating things. Things are simple. Most things are meant to be simple, and it's better if we actually keep things simple. The reason I'm saying this is because when I first started my podcast, I didn't actually really think about all the different equipment that I needed, all the different things I wanted to do. I wanted to record my voice saying certain things because that was something that was really deep within me. It was a calling that I had. I felt like I really had to do it. So what I did was I used Audacity, which is a free software to record my voice. I have a pair of headphones, Sennheisers, that I use to record my voice, and I have my laptop, which I recorded on, and that is all. That is all I do. I put it all on SoundCloud. I upload it in a really easy manner, and this is how easy I keep it, and that's how easy I started it. So that's how I did it, because I wanted to get my podcast out there, but I didn't want to delay by thinking about all the different equipment that I wanted to buy. I didn't want to delay by thinking about, should I put it on Libsyn, or should I put it on SoundCloud, or should I put it here, or should I put it there? I didn't want to think about, how am I going to do it? How am I going to produce it? What's the intro going to look like? What's the outro going to look like? I didn't want to think about all the editing of it. I didn't want to do all of that because I knew the more I complicated it, the less likely it was that I would actually do it. And so in my life, especially in my new life as an entrepreneur, as a digital nomad, I ensure and I make sure that every single thing I'm doing has been pared down to its simplest terms. I really have to make sure of that because, first of all, I don't have that much time. All the traveling and all the different things that I'm doing, I have to make sure that I'm using my time really well. I also don't have a lot of money, so I don't have money to waste on this or that, so I have to make sure that I'm using my money to the best of my capability. And I also don't have the energy or willpower to waste on all of these things because I have other things I want to focus on. So I always make sure if I'm going to take on anything new that I keep it as simple as possible. Same thing as a podcast. So I started it very simply. I put my voice out there. People are listening to me, and that is the point of it. People are listening, they're liking. I make sure that my voice is clear. I make sure that the audio is clear, which is the most important thing. But I do not care a lot about the essentials of it. I don't care how the outro or the intro looks. I don't care if I say or ah sometimes. I really don't care about that stuff because I know the content is strong, and I know I have a really great message, and I know that my personality comes through in my messages, which is the most important thing to me. I hope that you guys are getting what I'm saying. Because what's happening right now, I'm noticing a lot of people are messaging me and telling me they love my podcast and they want to start one of their own. And then they have a long list of questions that they ask me. Maybe 10 or 15 questions about the equipment that they're supposed to be buying. What should they get from Amazon? The Blue Yeti microphone? What kind of pop filter should they get? I have nothing of that stuff. And you guys can still hear the voice quality in the podcast is amazing. So why are you guys worrying about this stuff? And then they start asking me questions about where should they put it, where should they upload it, what should they look like, what kind of artwork should they put on, where should they put it on WordPress, etc. I mean, there's a billion questions they're thinking about. They're just complicating things because what they're doing is that they're trying to procrastinate. Unfortunately, they're procrastinating. That's basically what we're doing when we're asking a billion questions and we're not doing stuff. The main essential thing about being an entrepreneur or a digital nomad or wanting to be successful is taking action. And I've already said this to you guys before, is that knowledge does not equate to action or success. Knowledge does not equate to action or success. There's a lot of people on this planet and they have a lot of knowledge inside of their head. They're extremely smart, but they will never be successful because what they do with that knowledge is nada. They do nothing. They keep that knowledge inside of their head as if it's a vault, and they never put it into practice. And you need to put stuff into practice if you're going to be successful. That is one of the essential things about entrepreneurship, about life, is that if you do not use the knowledge you have, it's just sitting there being wasted. It's a complete waste of space, a complete waste of mental energy and mental space. What you need to do is use it. But what we do is that we ask questions. We talk to different people. We talk to 1 billion people about all these different things. We'll make lists, and then we'll make more lists, and then we'll make an Excel sheet, and then we'll make a spreadsheet, and we'll do all of these different things. But we'll never actually get to the action part of it. I want you guys to stop doing all that nonsense. Stop making things more complicated than they're supposed to be. Actually think about how you can make everything to the simplest of its terms. So my podcast right now, I make sure that I create it in such a simple manner that when I actually am able to put it out there, I'm able to do it in such a quick way that it is not related to any kind of procrastination. I know that because it's so easy for me to create these podcast episodes that I never procrastinate on them. I just cannot, because there's not enough steps to procrastinate on. I create the podcast, I upload it, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. It's done. And so it's simple. It's really, really quick. It is not the highest of qualities for sure. I think it's amazing, and I think it does a job. But for someone who's a professional, they might look at it and say, the quality is not that great. They're going to ask me all these questions about it. I've never actually had anyone say anything about it, really. But maybe someone might. But I've really had nothing like that. But maybe someone might. But I'm just saying that I've never actually really paid attention to the quality, really. All I really care about is getting the message out there. I want to get my message out there. I want to talk to you guys about this stuff in a manner that is conducive to me. And I love doing these podcasts for you guys. I really, really do. And I hope that you feel it, because I really, really feel the passion when I'm talking to you guys this way. I actually feel like you guys are right next to me, and I'm just telling you what I feel face to face. That is how I feel when I'm doing these podcast episodes for you. When I'm sitting in my apartment recording them, I actually feel like you guys are right next to me, sitting on my couch, and we're just having a conversation. And I just love it. I love doing these. But again, I'm making sure that I keep them really, really simple. The same thing with my website. I keep all of my blog posts really simple. I don't do a lot of fancy things with them. I don't put a lot of pictures into it. I don't do a lot of fancy editing. I do my writing and I put it out there. A lot of us are wasting way too much time making things perfect and not putting things out there. I see so many posts online about people who have 25, 30 posts that are sitting in their inbox, just sitting there, just doing nothing, not out there because they're afraid to put them out there because they're not perfect. Well, guess what? They're never going to be perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. What are you doing keeping all of these thoughts inside of you? What are you doing keeping them away from the people that they could be really useful to? What I want to do with my business, I want to put all this content out there for you guys to experience, for you guys to integrate into yourselves, integrate into your minds, into your mental space, all of that. And I want you guys to use it. I don't want to be wasting my time creating perfect audio, perfect video, perfect, all of that. I don't care about other stuff. I want you guys to get the message. I want to get it out there. And so that is a priority for me. No matter what I do, I make sure that I get it done. I do not care about perfection. There is a saying that says perfection or perfectionism is the enemy of done. And I absolutely believe it, because I've seen so many people focusing absolutely on perfection and not getting anything done. They're not putting anything out there because they're so ingrained in perfectionism. I have those moments as well. I've been trying to write these podcast episodes for blog posts. I've been converting them into blog posts, and I'm having such a hard time because I love my podcast episodes so much that I'm having a hard time converting them into blog posts. I find that they kind of lose their luster when I write them down. And so I'm just kind of procrastinating on it. So what I've done is I've actually kind of outsourced it to someone, and someone else is going to write them for me because I cannot do it. I'm having a hard time with it because I'm getting into this perfectionism mode with it, and I'm not putting them out there. And the most important thing for me is to put stuff out there for people to experience. Even if it's not freaking perfect, I do not care. I want you guys to see it. Same thing with the videos I do. A lot of people have actually commented to me saying, you're not wearing makeup, you should wear more makeup, or you should do your hair before you record this video, or you should have a script, or whatever it might be. I always ask these people, are you recording videos yourself? And if they are not, I absolutely cut them off, and I do not listen to any more feedback from them because they are not in the battlefield. They're not doing the stuff They're just talking about it. There's all this knowledge in their head, but they're not actually doing it. Whereas I am actually out in the battlefield. I'm getting scarred. I'm putting myself out there. And that is what's more important to me than the fact that if I'm wearing makeup. If you really care about the fact that I'm wearing makeup and I'm doing a video, then I really don't want you looking at my videos anyways, because you're obviously not paying attention to the message. The message is what's important to me. I want to get the message out there. I want you guys to listen to the message and use it. And I hope that you guys don't care if I'm wearing makeup at that point, because really, seriously, what does that matter? Really, what does that matter? So I hope that this video helps you. I hope that this podcast helps you. I get a little over enthusiastic, so I hope that the passion kind of speaks to you and kind of makes you help you realize that perfectionism does not matter. Get stuff out there. Stop complicating things. Make things simple, and that'll make your life simpler as an entrepreneur and as a digital nomad. So again, my name is Shikha, and I hope that you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are. If you guys are interested, you can go check out my website, themillionairehippie.com. If not, I'll talk to you guys the next time around. Bye for now.